Hi everyone, I'm back. I've been gone for a while. I do apologize. I had to deal with the recent passing of my grandma and some constant stresses at work, especially dealing with people and coworkers. But yeah, I'm back and I'm gonna go from what I'm doing. So this past spring, I've taken color woodcut with Rebecca. Cannot remember her name. The pictures I have of my progress I will post in the comment section, the description section for my Instagram. I don't have any of the physical copies. I did a print exchange with my peers, and also I gave one to a friend who gave me her woodcut picture, which I'll show once I find my other peers. And I gave the actual woodcut block because we only had the Laffy for one Sheena wood block. And these linoleums, I'm not sure if I'm gonna like linoleum, so I might give that away too, or just get some linoleum tools to work with it. I still don't have tools, so I really got to get that together. The picture I did, I'm going to redraw it a little bit, but I'm going to do multiple blocks when I do it by myself. Instead of one block, carve out what I don't want. Makes it easier. It makes it easier. The oil paint one, I'm not sure if I still have my pictures. It's basically painting portraits with Julia, the same teacher I have for drawing fundamentals. It was a very short class though, about 5 weeks. I think I have to see if I have the pictures. If not, I'll put some links below. I'll put the links on my Instagram with those pictures below and just mark them off so it'll make it easier. The next class I had was with Jeff. This is all at Fleischer for, it was a week about Muku Hanga, which is Japanese woodcut, which is an interesting concept. So this is on Maza. Now the thing is, if you want details to pop up, cut very deep, because the pigments they use is basically water-based. I know Holbein has a water-based. You can use tube, watercolor, and gouache. I believe regular gouache, no acrylic gouache. And then the woods I use, this is the Sheena, because if you see how deep I had to cut, yeah. And this is the pine. I like the pine. I like how this came out as well, because I learned how to do a registration correctly. When he explained it, it made sense. It clicked much better. It clicked, because I was confused in Rebecca's class, because this is my first time doing it. This is my second time doing some type of woodcut. Because like using the water-based inks, you can easily wipe it off and reuse that same block again. So I think what I'm going to do is probably since the block is dry, I'm going to cut the details in a little more. Because when we were going to when we had to wet the paper, we had to get a stack. I think he counted 120 sheets of newspaper. When we put each of our sheet of paper on it, we have to wet it and close it. Wet it, close it. Same process. Sorry if my hand's in the way. It was the same process. Leave it all night, because this is something you can't just do dry. Even the wood has to be wet, so you can't. So craft wood, no. Craft wood in general, for wood cut out, from what I understand, is not good. Your wood has to be able to take water-based stuff too. So there is that. Then now I got into screen printing. I have to redraw the picture I want to do. I'll make sure I have progress on that. And then I'm going to do painting the figure, which is with screen printing with Gerald again. I'm so glad I got him again. It's very competitive to get into those type of classes at Fleischer. I know PAFA has them, but then I want to take PAFA classes. Like, I can save up and take a class over there. but it's usually the classes I want to take. The times don't usually work. Like if it's a morning or afternoon class, I can't. Unfortunately, I can't. So I gotta hope it'll work in my favor in the future for when I get off of work. Then I'm taking painting the figure with Paul. They say it includes acrylic paint. It's like acrylic paint and oil paint class. It doesn't matter. You can pick whatever, but it has an oil paint listing. And when I saw the listing, I was like, God damn, I should have kept my small bottle of liquid. But whatever. So there's that. So that's taken out the way. And so I'm show you what I've been working on. The first one, this is the oil paint. This is the work in process 3. This one here is a work in process. I think I'm on 3 as well. This is watercolor and gouache. I gotta fix that. I don't think fingers are supposed to look like that, but I'm confused. They're supposed to be comet moth caterpillars. I don't know what the hell I did, but whatever. So basically, that's what I'm doing now. I did this in a brief time. If it's shiny, if this in the watercolor gouache one is shiny, I use the Krylon Crystal Clear. I have to see if the Gavar, when you oil paint on oil paper, will work on it. I have to ask that question. So what I'm using for the oil paint I'm doing now is Gamsol. I have to get me a little more. I'm gonna get me the 34-ounce bottle, and that is it silicone thing. Galcoid. I'm about to say Gambar. I'm sorry, I don't have that. I like this. I haven't used much of it because I'm still working with it. I just use a little drips of it, like 1 or 2. I should leave on my glass palette. I tried mixing these two in the jar. It's like, I think it dries up a little too quickly. So if I do that, use a little bit in just for that session. Then I have a glass palette, plexiglass, where when I went to Walmart, I brought a frame, which was $2, 8x10. That's it. Just use the back paper of it. There you go. It's good to go. I have to tape the ends one side again though. These are brushes. These 2 blue ones are new. I was thinking of getting those for detail work, and these are the Princeton. Oop, it's upside down. Come on. These are, come on, focus. Princeton Select. I heard good things about these too. And one of the artists a few artists I like, use these as well, and they seem to hold up very well. So I get a few of those. I gotta get a few new brushes, because these are okay, but I hate when companies don't do consistent sizing within one brush. So if I'm looking at, like, for example, a round, it seemed like the most universal brush for any medium. I expect consistency. Like, if you're going to do even numbers, keep the even numbers consistent. Don't just go to 12 and skip to 18, 16, and ignore 14. I'm like, I'm not going to buy that, because that's going to bother me a lot. So I want to get me, look at probably the U-Track ones for filberts and rounds. Because the teacher, Paul, who's doing the, I think his name's Paul, if I remember correctly, for the paint the figure class, I think he uses the Lexington from Winsor & Newton, which I have not seen. So I think those brushes are not around unless I go on Amazon, but nah. Then there's the Monarch, which is nice brushes, but they're pricey. So I might just get U-Track, because I get a little bristle, get a little synthetic. Like, I don't mind. I'm not picky about the hair quality, but if it's from an animal, I'd rather they are taking well care of it was, and the hair was coming from them was properly taken from them, as in they weren't harmed, they weren't killed. their well-being is taken care of. They wasn't anything like that of, hey, just pluck and don't care about if they're hurt or not. If you're going to take care of an animal, make sure their well-being is taken care of. That's all I'm going to say. So also the palette I'm using for that one is, I have burnt umber, titanium buff. I like the titanium buff from the 1980 collection over the regular Gablin, the artist grade one. I think the artist grade one's a little darker when I looked in the tubes. I have permanent green light. I haven't used the cool white yet. I have cadmium red medium, auxiliary crimson, ultramarine blue, sap green. Now, when I first did the petals, I used these two, and then for the upper layer, I used these two. I'm not going to cover the red because the red is actually working very well with the purple. They make nice purples. I will not lie about that. Let's see what else I did. Like, I'm going to probably have to mix these two a little bit to fix the green. Let's see, the skull, I use titanium buff. And probably I think I mix a little burnt umber, a little. I'm trying to think. The burnt umber I know I use for the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. I think I just used titanium buff, but I dry brushed it. And then that little lilac-y purplish color was a mixture of me using titanium buff, and then there was some red around it that I just mixed it in. So I gotta fix the eyes. I gotta fix a couple of things. So that's my palette for this. For that. Now I'm gonna put this here so I know not to. Yes, forget. So I did, but like I said, it's back to school. Might as well get new paints. So what I did was Indian red. Let's see, the Indian red, the titanium zinc white, and so another color is, I think, where is it? Not you. Here we go. These are for the class, along with my other colors as well. Like these two I couldn't get in. The other colors are showing, sorry. These two I couldn't get in the 1980s collection because it's not made into it. So I have to get them from the regular Gamblin. But this one, ironically, I thought would be a Gamblin artist oil, was made only in the 1980s. So these three are for class. I haven't touched them yet. Let's see, I think I'm gonna start putting them in the box. The ones I'm not using in the box. Put some of these in here, sorry. The next I have is blush, neutral gray, olive green. Olive green is good for skin tones. I think it's very good for skin tones. Because I learned that from Happy D. The blush is also nice because they have one in the artist grade, which is like Caucasian flesh tone. Me and my friends just laugh at that name. Just call it blush. Because I used it on here. Because like this skin tone right here almost matches my tan complexion. My tan complexion. Basically, whenever I tan, I'm almost this color. And it was random because I had to say, okay, this color is a little bit, it's not bad, but what can I do to make it look a little better? And I don't know if people do this, but if you look at the veins, open your arm, look at your arm, and look at what color your veins are, that will give you a good idea to help with your skin tones. I would say that's if you're only doing your skin tone. Other people's, if you aren't able to see their veins, you should be able to figure it out. So there's those three. Let's see, because I got a couple of new ones. So let's see. Like these are from my other classes. What the titanium white. I gotta start using the bottom of these. The cerulean blue. I got these blues and greens because like I'm trying to have a light, medium, and dark color. So that's basically my yellows, my greens, my blues, my reds. I'm trying to find out which ones I have that's new while I'm showing the older ones as well. So basically the warm white I heard from Happy D. So that's what also I was debating just to get the warm white or should I just get both that and cool, and I decided to get both. You can see there's difference. And then when I saw an example of someone using it online, you can see a vast difference, especially if you want to use lighting. So I decided to get that. I got Payne's Gray as well. Like if with my color palette, my basis is besides the natural, Yall ochre, the siennas, the umbers. I usually will have a Payne's Gray, a Prussian blue. I can't say Persian, but it's Prussian blue. What else? I think those are my like primary ones I will always have in my palette. Where's my Persian blue? Am I missing my damn Persian blue? Oh no, there we go. I'm sorry if you was looking at the ground. I was confused. Like this I will always have because if I don't feel like using black, this is a good substitute. It still has the blue undertone, but you can use it for shells and other things like that. I just mix that a lot. I got the cadmium yellow medium. Like I said, I need at least a light, medium, and dark colors. So like for my reds, my dark colors like the auxiliary chrism, and then I got the cadmiums, light and medium, and so forth. So there's those. I'll put the rest of them up later. The next one, so this. So one of the color things I got from Powerful Packs. Excuse me. Not sure if I can find the tubes, so I want to remember the names the best I can. They weren't set up like this, but I can't find the tubes like I said. Or watercolors from Core, which is a part of Golden. The Golden company for their acrylic paints, they have their own watercolors. Most people didn't know they were made by them. So I have from left to right, green gold. I believe that's a magenta. That's ultramarine blue, and that one. Oh, hold on, I messed up. Oops, I have messed up. Excuse me. From right to left. Damn it. From right to left is green gold, and then that's the blue. That's the magenta, and then this one I believe is the yellow. I can't think of. I'm trying to find the tubes. Nickel azul yellow. So the tubes we have are 4 tubes. They were this is how small they are. I wish they gave us a little bigger tubes. Come on. If I get my phone to focus. There we go. But it's those. Because like I used... Okay, I didn't scrape it. Because the palette came from them too. They say it's non-staining. I'll see about that because the majority of plastic ones do stain to a degree. So I did a basic outline with those watercolors. I used gouache. That, I don't know if that's a snake. I'm utterly confused myself. I might just make that a snake coming out. And I also used the gouache and things like that. So I'm liking how this come out because I picked this up from someone I was watching on YouTube. For each layer, you just spray some fixative, and then put the next layer on, spray that, put the next layer on. So I need to spray this before I work on anything else, because that tip has been helping me for a lot. So I'm working like these two skull pieces at two different paces and two different types. It's supposed to be this. I thought about making the same picture, but I'm like, I decided against that. So yeah, this is how I've been doing, and it's pushing 20 minutes, so I'll keep it short. Like I said, I'll try to make a update schedule as much as I can. If not, I'll try at least maybe once a week, if not once every 2 weeks, to keep y'all in the loop. And I was like, if you're still following me, thank you for sticking with me, even though I haven't updated for a while. And I'll be sure to have those mini videos set up and so forth. All right, bye.